Okay, let's take care of 7-3 part 2. So we've got some problems to go through. Number 2. So number 2 is a y equals. Our y equals is 2x minus 2. So that's going to replace my y in this one. So they're going to be set equal to each other. So what happens then? Well, we set them equal to each other and then we have to solve. Combine your x's first. So move this x over to this side. Okay? Move the x on the right over to the left by adding a negative x to both sides. That will give you 1x on this side minus 2 equals 2. So you're going to add 2 to both sides and you should get x equals 4. Okay, that only gives us half our answer. So now I'm going to take that x equals 4. And you know what? You can plug it into either one of these. I would do the second one because it's easier math. 4 plus 2 is 6. Here, you'd have to do 2 times 4 and then subtract 2. So I would plug it into the second one and go from there. When you do that, again, you're going to get 6. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. So you're going to get 6, and your answer is going to be 4, 6. So you need to make sure that you write your answer as an ordered pair. It is not over each other. It is 4, 6, x, y. Okay? Now, next problem we had to go through was number 4. Is number 4 a y equals or an x equals? It could be either. It could be x equals. It's a y equals, so what's y equal to? Negative 2x plus 6. That's going to replace my y. Be careful there. Make sure you're paying attention. So all of that's going to go in there. Don't forget the negative 2. Make sure you do combining like terms. Look, your 2 and your negative 2, what's going to happen to them? They're going to zero out. 2 plus negative 2, that zeroes out. So then we're going to get 6 is not equal to number 2, right? So we have no solution here. So if we have no solution here, we're going to find that these two lines are, I'm hoping you said parallel, because you would be right. Okay. And if you solve this one, that second one for y equals, then you would be good. Now look at number 5. Is there an x equals or a y equals? There isn't. There is not. So you need to solve one of those. I would solve the second one, or I mean the first one, and I would make it y equals, so I move my x over, or you could move your y over. It doesn't matter either way. It's just easier to plug into the y because it's a single y. There's not a 5 in front of it. And so that's why I chose y equals. Okay? So when I solve x plus y equals 1, or negative 1, I mean, you're going to get y equals negative x minus 1. You're going to substitute that in. So then you've got 5x's minus 1x gives you 4x. You bring down your minus 1 and your negative 13. Don't forget this negative sign here. Super important. Okay? Super, super, super important. Sorry, I got a pen here. All right. So as I'm solving, I should have got x equals negative 3. And now I'm going to take this x equals negative 3 and I'm going to put it into this because that gives me a y equals. So it's easier to solve. You could put it into here, but you just have more math to do. So this 2 comes from this y equals right here. Okay, I just want to color code that. All right, fantastic. Now in number 6, I tell you specifically to solve for x. Which one are you going to solve for x? I would do the top one. It's easier because it's a positive x and a positive y. Okay? Now we've got decimals in here, but that's okay. We know how to do math. We're okay with that. So once I solve this, I get x equals negative y plus 1.5. because I have to take away a y on both sides. So this is what I would get. And now I'm going to substitute that into here. Here's why I solved for x. Just like in number 5, I solved for y because the y was single by itself. Here I'm solving for x because that x is by itself. It doesn't have the -4 in front of it like the y does. We'll get to that though. We'll get to that. All right, so I put that in there. Now, what am I putting in there? I'm putting in this negative y plus 1.5 is going in there. And so I'm going to rewrite that and solve 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 and solve. And I'm going to get y equals 1/2 or 0.5. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to use my x equals equation, the one that I solved for. I'm going to put my 1/2 in, and 1/2 plus 1.5 or 1.5 is, oh, hopefully you said 2. Oh, it's a -1/2. Woo! It's not 2 because that's a -1/2. I'm so sorry. Don't lose that negative, and you're going to get 1. So my x value is 1. Here's something super important. Bring this x down, bring this y down when you are solving so that you know where to put this, where in your order pair it goes. Okay? So that's the rest of the story, and you can do your worksheet if you haven't done so already.